Hello and welcome back to Captain of Industry. So I've done a tiny little bit off camera. I have changed the digging over here, the mining designations, just because it was all still a little bit wrong. So I sorted that out, but they've now all got themselves completely stuck. That's no good. So let's recover you. 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 Unfortunately, there's no shortcut to recovering them. So we do have to manually go through, open, click, close for all of them. But last one, job done. Right, because they're all covered. They'll sort themselves out. That should all be okay now. What else did I do? I built all the mining chip bits over here, because, or the microchip bits. Mining chip? It's not a thing. Because we are using 3 per electronics 3 assembler. So 3, 6, 12, we are using 18. And we were only making 12. So I've changed that. So we are now got this one going as well, hopefully. Yep. So that'll start filtering through. They'll start making all the microchips. That'll give us enough production to cover all of that. Excellent. Dirt is almost full. So 1, let's bring this up so we can see all of those messages. 2, let's add dirt. Let's take waste off of there because I don't like waste being there, just in case. Let's add dirt back into the global dump so they can go and dump dirt into this hole. That'll help fill that in a bit quicker. We could tell them to go and fill this bit in, but I'm not in any massive rush for that. I'll just let them do what they're doing. So I had a bit of a thought up here as well. It would probably be very useful to be able to have a bridge in here, because we are going to have trucks going back and forth no matter how much we try and stop it. And if they're going over this all the time, it's going to, I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it. I'm 50-50 on it. I think it's going to slow down traffic quite significantly if we have lots of trucks going back and forth. I don't know if there's a way of saying prioritize trains for the crossings. Not that I can see. So do the trucks get priority? Do the trains get priority? We're either going to end up with a lot of trucks backing up here or a lot of trains. So I think we need to get a bridge in, and also we need the ability to get diggers underneath as well. So we need the bridge to, so this one over here, just straight up and down, but we do need a bit of space in the middle to get trucks back and forth. So I think we're going to put that in. I might make sure we've got enough space and then put a flat in with a bridge on it to start with. At least then we know we've got the space to do it. So we're going to come over here. We are going to quite carefully plan where we're going to delete those. I don't want to delete any of those bits. That's fine. We're going to delete all of that. We're going to delete all of that. And we're probably going to delete a chunk of that as well, because we're going to need that gone. We don't have a lot of Unity. Unity is going down quite heavily at the moment. I suspect that's just because we've just had some sort of delivery take place. But let's use as much Unity as we can to get rid of all of that. We don't have enough Unity. The train tracks Unity is quite extensive. So it said we would need 200 Unity to deal with all of that, and we do not have 200 Unity. Do we have... Are you stuck there? How are you stuck there? You're trying to get down to there. Well, that should be entirely doable. So you can just drive through there, drive through there, drive through... Yeah, you can do that. I don't know what you're complaining about. Groundwater pump has no resources. That's fine. Let's get rid of the Unity message. Trucks complaining they can't get somewhere. I genuinely don't know what your problem is. Oh, it's because you can't get there. Well, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to get there. It's just because that doesn't go very far. Okay, fine. Just for now, let's just say don't do that row. We'll do it afterwards. Fine, whatever. Problem solved. Highest fertilizer 2, low poppy, low sulfur, low fuel gas. How low is this? It is getting very low now. So we probably are in the sort of position where we want to say, let's get this emptied sooner rather than later. So let's get that built. Let's use up a bit more Unity to do that. We don't have enough Unity to do that. Hilarious. What do we have unitized at the moment? Nothing I really want. I suppose we could do the ship fuel consumption. We can do the farms as well, just to get us a bit more unity coming in, because I want to get that emptied. Because I want to get some more sulfur coming in sooner rather than later. Okay, so we're waiting for them to remove all of that. Oh, they've already done it. Okay, fine. So we're going to come in over here. We're going to come here. We're going to say go up to height 6. We want a nice gentle ramp, and I want you to go there. We are then going to need, let's just pop, no, let's just not. Let's just pop it there. So at about, I don't know what you did that for. At about this point, we are going to want to have in something. We are going to want to have in the position capability. We're going to want to be able to put in retaining walls here and here. Now they will need to be longer, but that's just for show for now. We then want to be able to dig. Oh, that's where they are. I wasn't too sure where they were. Dig down 2 tiles. And then more retaining walls in here and here. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. So it's a bit of a pain that that doesn't quite line up, but that's fine, whatever. So you need to come in straight to here and then go down with a nice gentle ramp to there. So that's how much space we would need. It has put a pillar in a silly place. Let's just make sure we can fix that. We cannot fix that. But those retaining walls could move, couldn't they? So if we do that and we do that. Okay, so that will fit in there. Obviously that would be silly, but yeah, sure. That would fit. That's fine. That's all we really care about. That's where we want it. That is going down there. So then we need another 3-way junction in here. Which we don't technically need. We could put a 3-way junction in here. But let's put it in here because this is where we had it. So we want to go into our blueprints. Choose. We want this one because it's taller rather than longer. We would want that to go in about there, but the terrain is too high. So that's a slightly separate problem. We need to dig out some of this stuff. So I want that gone. I don't know if there's anything underneath there, but let's do that. And I suppose while we're at it, let's tidy up this bit over here as well, in case we want trains coming in over there. Anything else in like any of this area, just get rid of it. Okay, so let's then go and get our team, which are you guys, I believe. Nope, not you guys. We want the fast Flatinatoria of speed. That's you. So I want you to just be doing this now. Just be doing that. Just dig that stuff up. That's what I need gone. I need that gone now. We also need to get rid of more of this pipe. So let's do that. Let's unity that. Whilst that's going, we can put in the rest of this. So connect that to there, up to height 6. That goes to there, and then down to height 0 to there. Perfect. So that's where that's going to go. Let's get rid of these for the moment in case they confuse matters, but that we know is enough space to fit everything in. That's all we really care about. So they're busy over there doing that. Have they done enough already? Let's have a little look. Nope, we want blueprints. We want this one. We want you to go this way. We would want you to connect to there. Perfect. Did you connect? Looks like we could actually even squeeze you up a bit more. If we get rid of that and then cut that, pop that in there. Because we need to be able to get you. So we could take a little fraction more off of there. So we want to be able to take this at a gentle curve up to there and to connect into there. That is sublime. Thank you. I think we need 2 tiles to go at a nice gentle curve up to here. Connect into there. And then just make sure I haven't put any stop zones in. That is perfect. So we don't need to worry about you doing that anymore. You've got yourself stuck. Let's recover you. And that is what we would want there. Now, as I say, I don't know if I want that necessarily, because every train going in and out of there is going to be slowed down a little bit. So for now, do we just put a bridge in and see how we go? I think that's where I'm sort of leaning towards. But we know we've got the space in there for it. So I think what I'll do is I will put a cut in there. I'm just going to put this next to it for the moment. And then we're just going to connect that straight up to there. Connect that straight down to there. And then we want a bridge. Or a crossing, whatever you want to call it. We'll pop that. Yep, that's why you're colliding. That's fine. Collision with a pillar that isn't actually there. That's also fine. Let's pop you in there. Let's get you built first. Otherwise, it confuses everything. Okay, so. Cool. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. Let's unpause that. And all of that. And all of that. And all of that. Sweet. When that's done, we are basically in the position where we can say, let's go build a train. So you... Please connect. Please connect. Thank you. Up to height 5. We'll bring you in over to... Where is it? It's very hard to tell. To about here. Perfect. And let's get you built. Cool, 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 cool. So we just need that built. We then need to think about how we're going to build the trains. We need to get goods up there to do that. You have ran out of things to dig up. That is perfect. We're going to edit your area. We're just going to pop you back over there. Cool. Thank you very much, everyone. Good job, team. Good job, team. Right, so they're going to slowly start building that. I feel like you've just got yourself stuck. Oh, no, because there's a couple of ramps there. You're all right. You're all right. Cornwood, lack of... Wait, what? You're full. You're not quite full. You're empty. You're empty. You're empty. You're empty. You're empty. You're empty. You're not. What's happening with our water? That's a slightly concerning message to receive. Now, we did take that Unity. No, that should reduce the consumption of water, if anything. So we took this one off. We reduced water consumption demands. Okay, well, that's just something to bear in mind, isn't it? This is still not enough to empty all of these out. This is at least empty now. But we still have got just the tiniest amount in each of these. That's frustrating. Okay. Let's pop you in there. Connect you to there. Unity that. Fine. 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 You didn't actually get connected. Let's connect you up. Get those emptied out, then we can change these belts over to here and we can bring in some sulfur instead. That's quite a lot of limestone to see us through, I suspect. I don't care if you have a low supply of limestone because you actually don't. Okay, we are blocked over here because we are full of dirt. I thought I added dirt into the global dump. I did. That is just a truck problem, I guess. Because you have been told to empty dirt when you can. Okay, so why are no trucks going there to empty any of the dirt out is a question. Yeah, you are going to dry out because of a lack of water. interesting. I don't feel like we've increased water usage anywhere up here. None of those pipes are full. Including this one, really. So you connect straight down to here, so you're just getting less water from these systems, which is interesting because in theory you should be getting more because we're running more of those. Where is our little water production area? Oh, that is no. So you connect in. It's not you, is it? It's you. Yeah. So you are getting split with that one there. So maybe we give you a dedicated pipe. If we do that, unity that, and then delete that. So then if this is filled, this will actually be sending everything over. So this one comes from this water system down here. Let's just slow everything down a second. So this takes water from this pipe and this pipe only, which takes the water in from everywhere else. None of these pipes are full. Where do you go? You go into there, fill that up, and then go into there as well. That one feeds those systems. Where does this one come in? So you join into this one here. You're full, you're filling up, you're not, you're not. Let's upgrade that one. And then this one goes all the way over here, where we do have quite a lot of water, I think. Yeah. So right now we have 4 of them. They make about 50 water each, so they're filling up that. We could just say, do this. And then upgrade that pipe. That will just... Did I just remove the water from that pipe? I think I might have done. I'm not sure. That will... When we get over there to build it, because we can't unity it, of course, because people abuse the system. But when that's done, that will double the water that's coming down this pipe, which will be nice. If we're getting double the water down that pipe, which connects into here, we will probably need... Oh, this is already a 3. They'll get a little bit of water in from that, but that means this 3 will be full all the time. That then connects into a 4. So that should be okay, because, yeah, right now we have no water going up there whatsoever. And this is supposed to be a water-positive system that produces lots of extra water for us. It's not really the case at the moment, is it? We do have some water in here, so let's just grab... tier 1's fine, whatever. And pop you into where? Into there? Sure. Let's just get that one emptied. Yes, we should have water coming from this system, from these desalinators? No. From here. So they do just about have enough seawater coming in? Not entirely, though. So you need 424 seawater. That comes in from this pipe, which can handle 450, which is fine. And we have 424 coming in from there. So we should be okay. That one needs to be upgraded because that's connected to 2, and a 2 pipe isn't going to be able to handle all of that. So that should hopefully help that situation a little bit. And that's a 2, and that's a 2. That is how it should be. Okay, so if we can get over there and get those built, no one's doing that at the moment, that's fine, we'll get there. Is the dirt being emptied? It is still not being emptied. Is that because this tower has a designation over that area? Yes. So they're not dumping dirt down there because they don't think they have anywhere to put it. Okay, cool. We can sort that problem. You don't have anything assigned to you. I don't think we need you anymore. I'm going to delete you. We should now see trucks running over here to pick up dirt any minute now. We have a low supply of mechanical parts. Hello, horrifying message I never want to see in my life. Yeah, we do. We got no steel. We've got no steel because we've got no limestone. Of course. Of course. Right, this is all... No, we've got loads of limestone. Hang on a second. What are you on about? We've got so much limestone. Trucks cannot import, but they can export. So why are trucks not exporting from these? We've got someone coming down to get this tiny bit here. Can we just plug that into the system nicely? We do have a limestone... Do we have a limestone input box? Where do they take... No, we don't have a limestone input box for up here, do we? Your limestone, you are connected to this. You export down here. But we have no import for you. Okay. So if we come from here at height 4, we can bring you when you get down there, really, don't we? But we don't want to come across there because that's going to block stuff potentially because we've already got a height 4 there. So we could just come like this, which I don't entirely like, but fine. This is going to block trucks from... Yeah, let's not block trucks and come underneath. Let's stay at height 4 and run it alongside so trucks can still come underneath. At this point, we have no space left in that bridge. Let's pop you down there. Let's get a bigger bridge. Please go away. Let's pop you there. And let's unity that. And then we'll wait for that to be built. Thank you. And then you, I want you to come down to... Yep, no, not there. To there. Then come down to here. We then need to get you under that bridge. So let's do this. Then you need to pop over this one. Go back up to a height 5. Come over to about here. And then connect into this. And you should be going the other way. All the way along. You only go to there, so you need to go the other way. Did you do it? You did. All the way along to there, where you connect into that belt, where we can get some limestone fed in directly. Do we have enough unity to build it? I think so. We now have a low supply of rubber. Well, not really. Looks like these are backing up a bit, so that's because that one's full and none of those are. So that's why I didn't upgrade them before. That's fine. Let's upgrade some of these to get that rubber in faster. That should be fine. You only make 24, so really we didn't need to do that one. Oh, it's just waiting on you. Let's Unity you. Okay, so we should have plenty of rubber. I'm not going to worry about that one so much. We don't have enough maintenance, which is horrific. But we don't have enough maintenance. There's all sorts of messages going on. Let's just deal with this one first. We don't have enough maintenance because we don't have enough steel. We don't have enough steel because we don't have enough limestone. The limestone should be sorted momentarily. Although that belt isn't moving, which makes me think it's not connected somewhere. That is an output. Nope, that's the input. Okay, well that would explain that. Let's do that. Unity that. You come over here instead. Connect into there. I don't know why I did a little weird jiggy thing, but fine. Whatever. Let's do that. We can delete you and you. We can Unity you. And then we're going to connect you into this. We're going to Unity that. We're going to send you out on a sulfur run. So we're going to say you are going to be sulfur. We could have half sulfur, half limestone, I suppose. Hold on a second. Why don't we just do that? Delete that. Delete that. Unity that. Unpause him. I don't know how he's going to deal with half sulfur, half limestone. Let's delete that and that. Unity all of that. You connect into there. You... Nope, no thank you. You connect into there. You connect into there. And you connect into there. And then we can delete that chunk and delete that chunk. And then just Unity all those. Okay. Okay, I don't know why I didn't think of that before. That might make sense. We'll have to see if that's enough. I don't care about delete. Oh, it's going to save trucks. Ah, you were coming to do it and I destroyed your job. Right, you have no water. That's fine. We don't expect you to keep water. Hopefully those have been built. They have, so this should now be full at a pipe 3. It is. That should increase the water that's going over to everything, including over to the farm. So these should start filling up, which it looks like they are. Excellent. Right. Get rid of you. Maintenance 2, that problem should be sorted soon. Maintenance 2 doesn't use mechanical parts? I must have that wrong, right? Maintenance 2 does use mechanical parts. Okay, that's fine. So we're solving that problem. We have the flattenator has nothing to dig. That's because you're just absolutely destroying this limestone mine. Before the trains have even got going, which is a bit of a shame, but hey-ho. So you just do that. Keep going. Keep going. Haul truck is struggling to find a destination it can reach. What are you trying to reach? Yes, you cannot reach any of these anymore, which is a problem because we are out of filter media. But if we can get this train system going, that will solve that problem. Are we ready? That's all been built, hasn't it? Oh, we need to get the input for this. Ah, boo. Okay, I think we need to solve that in an interim solution. So let's pop this one in here. Let's just get a Mark 1 belt. Plug that in there. Unity that. Take off the requirement for trucks to fill that up. This will be a temporary solution, so I'm only going to say pop in 200. Yeah, that's fine. I just need to get it going because I just don't want to run low on gold. And we have used half, although half our gold is probably on this belt and in these because these are now filled with gold. Okay, we have 2 stations here. That was unnecessary. Do they take anything? No. Okay, fine. You have 2 stations there. Whatever. So we need to check the progress of this dumping. It's looking good. You are complaining you can't get somewhere. I think I've just solved that. Low supply of mechanical parts should be resolved, hopefully very, very soon. Looks like we're getting a full load in. We're just waiting for the steel to come through. You should all be, in theory, filled with limestone now. The limestone's coming in. It's going out on the belts. We just need it to get down there. Is there something... Where are we here? Yeah, it's just taking a little while, but we do have a full belt of limestone coming down, so we should hopefully be in a much better position now. We'll start seeing that sorting itself out. Okay, low supply of limestone. Yep, sure. You've brought back sulfur and limestone. Good on you, mate. Low supply of steel. Yep, low supply of naphthas, an interesting one. Haven't had that for a while. Let's pause a few of those. So let that build up again. So without the naphtha, we've got no rubber. That is a problem. High supply of fertilizer too, fine. Low supply of poppy looks like it is actually going up now. Low supply of sulfur, fine. High supply of fuel gas, fine. Low supply of microchips should be on its way to being resolved. We can see it is stocking up. Okay. Okay. So we think all the problems have now been solved. So we need to look over here. What do we need to build trains? If we wanted to build one of those with 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We would need diesel, vehicle parts 2, steel, and wood. Okay. Now I did say I wanted to pipe diesel all around to the stations, and I very much want to do that. I don't know how much diesel we're going to need, so I think we'll start with a Mark II belt and take it from there. So we have diesel here. We have a diesel output pipe here, which goes to here, which goes around to here, and then it splits off down here and goes to various places. So what I want to do is I want to come from here. I want to bring it up to height 5. And then I want to upgrade this bit of pipe to a Mark III. And I'm going to continue this. So this is just going to basically follow the train tracks around the map. What do you mean? Okay, well, I don't want you doing that weird little thing there. I just want you going there for now. Perfect. You then need to come up to here. And then you need to plug in now. What do you mean incompatible port? It's because you are going that way for some reason. Okay, sure. And then we will take this. We probably only need a Mark I pipe at this point. So we're going to connect that into there, that into there. And then we just need to repeat this all over the place. And we can also, at the same time, where we go next to any of our diesel boxes, like we have a diesel box up here and, oh no, just one up there. We can also plug those in as well, which will just stop us having to manually ferry diesel around the map, which will ease the load on our not all that busy haul truck fluids, or tanks as they're called. Okay. So where do we get to? Over here. So let's unity that bit. We may as well. Did we get that bit upgraded? Yes. Cool. So I want to connect to you about there. Now, unfortunately, it's not going to nicely follow the tracks here. So we're just going to do what we can to follow them in as nice a way as possible. And if we can tidy it up at another point, we will come back and do that. This will mean we might need a bridge in. Oh, I got that perfect. Can you go over those? No. You have to do a silly little thing. Yeah, because obviously if a digger's trying to get past that pipe at that point, it's not going to be able to. But we'll deal with that at another time. Cannot find valid pillars placement, but you can get to there. You can get to there, and then you can get to there. And then this one will just come around. So yeah, actually we'll just come back to here. And so you're going to go there, and then you can come back down here. Why are you being weird there? Why won't you just go? That's it. So you're going to come down here. Fine, be weird at that point. Go to there. Obviously, we're going to have to go down to there at some point, but for now, we need to go up here. What side do we want to go on? Does it really matter? If we go on this side, so if we go on the right-hand side, that's what I meant. Oh, did I? Yeah, I need you to connect in there, and I need you flipped. Oh, we are so very, very close. This is very exciting. Right, so you are going to come up here at height 5. You're going to come here. You're not going to come across here very nicely because I put that there, but that's fine. We can just class this as a temporary measure, as most things are. I do not want you to connect to that, so let's turn the magnet off. You're not listening to me. Can you go over? Thank you. Yep, that's nicer. Let's do that. Through this horrific mess of mining things. Designations. And then this is going to be a little bit messy again, but again, not a lot we can do about that. And then we want you to come into here. At which point, can you go... Didn't want to do that. Oh, it's not connecting because I've got magnet turned off. Can you go over this bit? Yes, you can. Good. You need to go up to the top there, don't you? In fact, you need to go a little bit more this side. So let's go... up to here. You can then connect into... Hello? You can then connect into that. I'm fine with that. And then we need to mark 1. Doop, connect you to there, into there, and there, into there. That is awesome. Right, we need all of that built, and we need that built, and we need that built. Connects all the way up. Yep. We need that built. That goes down there. We need that built, and we need that built. And it doesn't have diesel in it at the moment because why are those pipes different colors? think it's just a shadow, but it looks weird. And we also need that built, please. Sweet. So then we come up here, we look at this, and we decide where we're going to do all of this. So we have a U-shaped belt, we have 2 pipe connectors, and we have flatbed connectors, flat belt. We need diesel, vehicle parts, steel, and wood. So let's have a little look at that. So we need diesel. We need vehicle parts. We need steel. And we need wood. So the diesel we will obviously take off of this pipe. So I will come off at this corner here at height 5. You don't want to go there. That's fine. Can we go there? Yep. So let's get... well, let's not do it yet. Let's just think about this. Make sure we've got all the right boxes in place, right? How are we doing for time? 40 minutes. Okay, we need diesel. We need steel. Oh, that's too much stuff. Steel. We need vehicle parts. And we need wood. Wood. How much of that do we need? We need a lot of vehicle parts and we need a lot of steel, not so much wood. So wood we will put up to, let's say 200. We need a lot of vehicle parts. We probably need a bigger vehicle parts box, but then I suppose it's fine. We just need that to be marked as that. We need a lot of steels. We need that to be marked as that. That will get filled automatically. Let's do that and let's do that. Awesome. Oh, we are so close. So we could, in fact, say that could start building. We do need to pop in a new line because this isn't a real line. So what we also need to do first is, let's just delete that because it's going to confuse me. We don't have enough unity for the uranium mine. Problems, problems, problems. Let's come over here. Let's reduce recycling efficiency and fuel consumption. Okay. Okay. Is there a reason we're not making much unity? Are we not making enough power for them? Food's great, electricity's great, water's great, household goods is not great. Neither is household appliances. Is that because we ran out of steel? Almost certainly is the answer to that, because they use steel, they use steel. So that is just a steel problem. The steel is getting fed over to these as a priority. We do have enough steel coming in for them. We just need to wait for those to sort themselves out, so we've got enough unity to do that. There's not a lot we can do in the meantime. It is what it is. We've got quite a lot of uranium. We have an alert on it if it runs out, so that's fine. Okay, so they're still busy doing that. Yeah, we need to come over here. We need to say this is going to be called something different. So this station is going to be called, what are we going to call this? It's gold, slag, sand. I feel like there's something else, isn't there? Rock. I'm annoyed that rock isn't alphabetical. Gold, rock, sag, sand, wait. Because this is just where they're going to come and wait. Can I copy that? Can I save that? And we're going to come over here. We're going to edit this. You are going to be station. Save that. We need to change that slightly. This is going to be gold, rock, slag, sand. I'm going to call it drop off, even though it's collecting some things there. But hopefully that'll make more sense in my head, because this is where we're dropping off the gold, which is the main main product that we are using. So let's come up here. So this one, I'm going to call this, no, that's fine. That's going to be weight. And we need to change drop off to load. Okay, I'm annoyed there's an extra station there, so I'm going to delete it, although we haven't got the Unity to do it, so maybe we just cancel that. And we'll deal with it another point. We'll just call this dead station. And then this one over here is the load station. So now they have sensible names. Water resources getting low. Yeah, that's fine. Haul truck is struggling to find a destination it can reach. How is that still not right? How? Because they haven't dug that bit. Okay, we still have a low supply of mechanical parts that will hopefully start stocking up soon, but we are still struggling to get our maintenance sorted, so they'll have to deal with that. You have a low supply of, no you don't. Turn you off, turn you off. Low supply of steel, yep. Low supply of poppy, it is definitely building up, okay. So then, now we can come over here. We can not have enough Unity to build anything, and we've got low Unity anyway. Problems. We can come over to here, or in fact, we can come over to this one, the train lines manager. We're going to say there's a new line. This is going to be the... I'm going to put that there. We want a nice gold color if they've got one. Yellow and black. Sure. Is there like a yellow and grey? We've got yellow and yellow. So that's gold and sand, isn't it? Yeah, we'll stick with that. Okay. Did I not? Cool. And then you are going to do this. So you are going to come out of here. You are going to go up to this station. You are then going to go to this station. Now this is a bit tricky because we need to wait until you're full of a product, but it could be numerous products. So if I say wait until you're full of gold, and then we'll just have to keep, not gold, then we'll just have to keep an eye on it to see if any of the other bits fill up fast. Okay, and then we need a, what is this? Station to this group, enable our tradesmen, fuel here, add filters. I don't really need any of that. And then we need to come over here. You need to go to this one with no requisites, and then go to this station where I need you to just empty everything, really. Everything you've got on you, empty, and fill up with anything else you can. But maybe we'll just go with the empty and you've got the time to do the rest of it, and we'll just, again, see how it goes. This is why probably a train doing multiple goods isn't the best idea, but it's what we're doing. Low iron ore is a concern to me. Add filters. Load. I'm just going to say, I'm just going to, can I remove that? Yeah, it's going to leave that as is for the minute. So that's going to be our first line. Beautiful. Then we need a new train. It is going to be on this line. It is going to be 2 engines, 4, 4, and 4. We're going to say build. This is going to be our very first train. Amazing. Oh, this is exciting. I did say this was going to be the first thing we did at the beginning of the at the end of the last video. I lied. There's nothing else I can say about that. I sweet lied. We can come over here. We can say there is a train limit of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we say train limit of 10, but we'll say 9 just for safety. Request train only if... no, just always request. If there's a train available, request a train. Same with you. You are going to be a train limit of 9. I doubt we're going to have more than 9 trains assigned to this line at any point, but just in case, just in case. Okay, so how are we doing over here? All the boxes are built. We are requesting the good. We can speed everything up a bit. You've got more than enough wood. Don't worry about more wood, mate. That's fine. We don't have any diesel. Is that just because the diesel is being filtered to other places? Because we have diesel in here. Diesel is... Oh, it's coming there. It's getting there. It's just taking a little bit of time to filter through the pipes, and then we'll get the diesel there. No truck should be bringing that over anyway. We can also come over here and say that you are no longer requesting trucks to deliver diesel. Because you should now be fed by that pipe when the diesel gets there. You should be filling up with fuel. You are. That's beautiful. You have a high supply of slag. Good golly gosh, yes you do. We're just going to go over here. We're going to... How is dirt doing? Still a lot of dirt. We're just going to add slag into the global dump. And they can start dumping some slag down there. Now, they shouldn't take it from any of these because none of these have got an export condition on, so that should be fine. In fact, I think I've told trucks not to collect from any of them. Yeah, so that should be absolutely fine. We've just got a lot of slag. We've got a lot of slag, and we're not producing anywhere near as much fertilizer. Well, we're producing as much fertilizer as we need, not enough to use up all of that. So this is running out. That's because trucks are now exporting from there, but I'm going to disable that to stop trucks from exporting from there. We no longer need that because we have more sulfur coming in at this end. You've gone to get more iron. It did tell us we were low on iron at some point. That was just a lie. Mechanical parts are just simply being used to still try and catch up with this. Are we in a problem situation? No, it should. Oh, I mean, almost. Yeah, we are almost at the point where we need another maintenance 2, which I think is going to be a problem. Yeah, because you're the wrong... Get rid of you, and we'd need another one of you potentially at some point soon. What we don't have a lot of is mechanical parts coming down. That's because a lot of the mechanical parts are going down to the vehicle parts. They are also going over to the research. I am quite happy to pause the research for the moment. Let's just pause those. Let's just pause all of these. Pause. Pause. And pause. And pause. In fact, I think we finished some research. You have run out of things to mine. Yeah, that's because you were being stupid, but you have now sorted yourselves out. That is beautiful. Thank you for that. So let's come down here and just say a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That gets you up there as well. Then you can do a little bit of that and a little bit of that and a little bit over there and a little bit there and a little bit there as well. In fact, that little bit there needs to go, so you can do that as well. Don't go down to -6. That's going to confuse everyone. Cool. That's got you some stuff to mine. Sweet. It is ticking up. It is getting there, but yeah, looking at that graph. Nope, this one. Yeah, we did at one point. At one little point, we were using slightly more than we were consuming, producing even. We consumed 644, so we're very nearly at that point. Maintenance 1 is okay, maintenance 3 is okay. Yeah, it's just that's the problem. But it's going up for the moment. We're getting there, we're getting there. The Flatinatorial of Speed has nothing to mine. You don't, okay. So let's do all of that and then all of that. I'm just trying to avoid that water pipe a little bit. If we do all of that, we're going to go and have to change your area because you're not going to be able to get very far as is with... Oh my word. Let's try that again. Let's change your area. Let's move you over there. The other one is the old iron tower, which is there. Let's edit your area and move you over there also. Sweet. Then let's come over here and just tidy this up because it annoys me when there's too much noise in the way. Cool. That's that done. Auto save. Sweet. So now we are just waiting for these goods to come up here. We are getting there with steel. Vehicle parts are going to be a problem because we use vehicle parts in numerous places. Numerous places. So they're coming down there, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, we have assembly 5 now. I don't know if I want assembly 5s. What do assembly 5s do? So obviously they double the stuff. We pin you there and pick you up. So it uses maintenance 3. It uses the same amount of maintenance 2 as it uses maintenance 3. It has 0 workers. It almost doubles the electric requirements. And it doubles the teraflops requirements. So, yeah, you trade in 2 people for a bit of maintenance. Got lots of people. Doubling the rest of it to double that. So it's not terrible. The reliance on maintenance 3 might be a concern. Maybe. We're just not making very many mechanical vehicle parts too, that's all. We're making 8 every 60 seconds, which means we're making 32 every 60 seconds, and that needed hundreds. And of course, also those vehicle parts are going to other places, which are probably more important. That's up here, isn't it? Not so bothered about the quartz, but the oil's quite important. Yes. Yes. Not 100% sure what to do about that. Just up the vehicle parts production, I guess. Because you need 280. And in fact, you need a lot of steel as well, which is also just a problem for us. Yes. Okay. I do want this done by the end of the video, on the other hand. So what can we do? There's not a lot we can do about the steel. We're just low on steel. It is getting there. It is building up. We have got trucks coming in to collect some to take it over there. That's not too bad. But vehicle parts. All we could really do is move these bits around. Do we really need vehicle parts 1 storage? It doesn't hurt, does it? But if we could move that out of the way a bit. If we moved you to there. Yeah, we could have you coming down here. And then we should be able to fit in another one. Okay, let's do that. Unity? We've got a fair bit of Unity again. Okay. So you are going to go in there. We don't want that bit of bell there. You are going to go... That's going to be problematic, isn't it? Is it? Oh, it's only because that bit's there at the moment. Let's Unity that out of the way. So you are going to go up here. Why are you being funny? There we go. You're going to go up there. You're going to connect down there. You're going to connect to that. Okay, do we need a Mark II belt? Yep, because you're going to make 90-ish. You use 16-ish. So if we delete this, and we delete this, and we Unity those, and then we need to Unity that, at least in the short term. And then we need... How did we do this? You go into there, and electronics are going to be a problem. I could do something stupid like that. Not quite. Darn it. Okay. Okay, so we now stopped making vehicle parts 2 for the moment. So I'm just going to connect that into there while we fix this, just so that can get done. Okay, so it's electronics 1. So you need to come down faster, essentially, and you need to connect into this. You can't come down much faster than that. Okay. Because that's not going to be enough. That box is still going to be in the way. What to do, what to do, what to do, what to do, what to do. Okay, if we connect you back in there, can we come off of here at height 1? Turn off your magnet. Turn your magnet back on. Connect you in there. Okay, let's do that then. Build you, build you, build you, build you. Okay. And then over here, we are going to need to move this steel belt slightly. We're going to take 2 of you, pop you in there. We're going to unity the removal of that because it's taken too long. We are going to take this, and we're going to say that's not going to fit because of that silly recycling belt. Okay, so we're going to pop that in there. We're going to get rid of this silly recycling belt. This one is going to connect to there. That's nice and easy. This one is going to connect to there. But we're probably going to want to flip that around. Pressing the wrong button. This one is going to connect to there. This one is going to connect to there. You're going to connect to there. And then we need to get steel from there into there, and then you're going to have to be flipped. That should be that. And then we need you to connect into there. That's fine. Excellent. And then we need to remove this little chunk. We need a new box to go about here, just because there's a pillar there. We're going to unity the removal of those bits. You are going to connect into there. 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 Unity, 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 unity. And delete. Okay. So that should be all the bits we need. Now, I have just realized I connected the steel to the wrong belt, so we're going to immediately delete that. That is no good for us. We are going to quick remove the stuff that's on there. We are going to quick remove the stuff that's on there. We are going to flip that belt and make sure that only glass comes out. Yes, it does. We need to remove what's on there as well. Okay. And then we need to quick remove this. And then we need steel to come down to here. At which point we need this one to be flipped. And that should be fine. Okay, so how much steel do you use? You use 8. We have got 16, 32, less than 60. That has already been dealt with in terms of belts, I think. Because you use 16, 32, 48, more than. So you need to be upgraded. The rest of it should be okay. We now have steel, we have glass, we have vehicle parts on the right belts. You are set to the wrong part. You need to be set to that. That is fine. In fact, I really didn't even need that storage there because it only goes into another storage down there. Anyway, okay, so that has increased our vehicle part production. That's also going to increase our usage of mechanical parts, however. So we do need to keep a careful eye on this. I'm going to change this to 75 because I need to know sooner rather than later if that is now running out. Because we might need to expand that, which means we might need more steel, which means we might finally need to get this final steel processing up and running. Because that's the last one we have, and that's kind of terrifying. Maintenance has sorted itself out. Let's have a little look over here. So yeah, about 200... about 100 and lots on maintenance 3 for the moment. So that's going to start changing if we move all of those over. We have low medical supplies. Is that because we ran out of steel? One of these use steel, don't they? Yeah, you do. That was probably just because they were low on steel. In fact, they are still low on steel. So that's all that is. That's not a massive problem. That's about to collapse because of terrain. That's fine. Let's just get rid of everything back to there. Unity that. This we are going to bring at height 5 over to there, and then get blocked by a stupid tree. That's fine. So we're going to come to here, over to here, 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 here. Great. Flip, and build. And then we can get rid of that, and we can get rid of all of that. And that should stop that getting in our way too much. Excellent. We can unity that. We can unity that. That'll let them freely go through there and destroy all of that stuff. Okay, how are we doing over here train-wise? We have got all of those bits. We've got all the diesel. We've got all of the wood. It is just the vehicle parts we are waiting for, of which we have absolutely 0 in stock. That's because we were messing around with vehicle parts, of course, so that would have had an impact on that. We are full of naphtha again. Excellent. We are also not quite full of diesel, so let's get some naphtha processing online then, shall we? Dirt is going down nicely. We got rid of all of the slag. Not really. Okay, let's leave that going then. We're filling in this beautifully. In fact, I think they might have run out of stuff to dump. Not you. You. You have ran out of stuff to dump. Well, you should now be able to get to there. And then you can just carry on doing a little bit more. We are going to have to flatten that off because it's going to annoy me massively. Which means we are about in the position when we can also start getting this station set up. But because of the incredibly high costs for trains, that might be something we need to wait for a little bit. Maybe get some stock in. Maybe think about changing. There was something else we could trade for oil, wasn't there? Contracts, oil, gold. If we do 8 modules, it's 276 gold. Or food packs. Now, food packs we do have oodles of. Oodles and caboodles of. So maybe we start doing food packs for oil. We will need food packs for spacefaring travel later on, but we're not quite there yet. We're not far off, but we're not quite there yet. So maybe we do oil for food packs. We can leave the sand on vehicle, or the quartz on vehicle parts, I think, because that is less of a concern. Vehicle, that's fine. No, because it's not fun, because it's not going to show me the rest of the quartz ones. Quartz. Yeah, solar panels or laptops, of which we have neither. Or coal, and no. That ain't happening. Okay, so yeah, maybe we think about swapping this one over then. How do we swap this one over? Do we just say unassign? And then flip this belt and say that's the priority in, which it is. So that will empty this of vehicle parts. And then we would build another storage here for food packs, which we would plug into there. And then we would say assign a contract, more contracts, oil, food packs. We do have gold. Is it worth? Is it? Okay, let's have a think about this a second. We're bringing in 5250. 5250. We can process 60 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is 360. 525 divided by 360 is 1.46. What does that mean? It means we can last 1.46 months. 1.5 months, let's say. Let's say 1.4. 1.4 months we can survive on the oil this brings in. If that's running at full whack, which we'll assume it is. If we were doing gold, or doing vehicle parts for luxury goods as well. If we were doing gold for oil. That would mean we would need about 200 gold per month to fulfill that contract. And we can make not that much. So gold's out. Food packs, though, even if we're not making enough at the moment, we can scale up the production of food packs very easily. Very, very easily. So we would need quite a lot of food packs. I think that would start going down very rapidly. But we could scale it up, which means we're going to have less fuel gas coming from here. But I think we have to give this a go because we are using vehicle parts in too many places. So we would want to get another contract. We would want oil. We would want vehicle food packs for crude oil. We're going to do that. You are taking a long time to empty because you're absolutely full of vehicle parts. Okay. And you are full of vehicle parts, so I can't really do a lot about that. You're just going to get there when you get there, really, aren't you? Because you've got another 270 on you. That can only hold another 250. Oh, so you will get there. It's fine. So luxury goods we are doing vehicle parts for, which is problematic. So what else could we do for luxury goods? No, imported goods. Imported goods. Just diamonds. Okay, well that's not really an option for us, is it? So that's going to have to be that. So the only one we can realistically change is this, which is exactly what we are going to do. We just need that to be empty first, then we'll swap that contract over. Bish, bash, bosh, job done. That will save us some vehicle parts, which will hopefully get us our train a bit quicker. Because we still have 0 vehicle parts down there. It has been requested. We are getting our first lot over. It is just going to take some time for it to get there. Hopefully we are producing more now. They should all be going. You are waiting on vehicle parts, weirdly. And that's because you're not getting these in fast enough. That's probably because that belt needs to be upgraded. In fact, if they're going in there as well, and you also have a fairly high requirement, that probably needs to be upgraded to a Mark III. Let's upgrade that to a 2 as well. Yeah, that should help that. We have a low supply of mechanical parts all of a sudden. That's because they're actually going out as fast as they can. But we do have a lot in stock, which aren't getting in fast enough. So let's increase that. Because these are pumping out a weird amount. So 100, 200. So you probably need to be upgraded. Looks like you need to be upgraded. Looks like you might need to be upgraded as well. And that looks okay now. No more backlogs coming. Okay, so that should get that filling up hopefully faster than we're using it. But we have just increased our consumption by 50. Which is quite a lot. So do we take a gamble and say upgrade this? Because it definitely seems to be going down. So that gets us an extra 24. Looks like it's just about ticking up again. Let's just pin that in place a second. How are we doing in terms of everything else? The vehicle parts are there. They're being emptied as fast as they can. Trains. There we go. Trains. I mean, we're close. We're close. We're just not quite there. We are having more brought in. Oh, they're using that to refuel? No, where are you taking that? Why? Don't do that, you weirdos. In fact, don't export from there either. No imports, no exports. It's just to get fuel down there. It's your absolute clowns. What are you playing at? Okay. What are we at? 1:15. Oh, we might have to stop and wait for next time. We might have to stop and wait for next time. Mechanical parts are still going down. I'm not looking at mechanical parts. Mechanical parts are here. Thank you. So we're going to have to upgrade another one of these. That's all fine. Okay, so with another one of those upgraded, that needs another 24 steel we are using. So steel could also become problematic soon. Is this now going up? Still no? We're not even running the vehicle, the research at the moment. I don't know if they use any mechanical parts anywhere. They absolutely do. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. I think it's just, yeah, 60, 50, 40, 40, 50, 60, 70, 60, 50. Yeah, it's just about going up. So we've just about hit the tipping point of what we can manage there. Steel, however. We have steel on the list anywhere? Yeah, here. Slightly going down, which is not overly surprising. Okay. All of this just to get more vehicle parts in, but we should be using less vehicle parts at the moment because this is being fueled by this, which is now finished. So if we now assign a contract and say some modules still contain vehicle parts, or is it just because that says vehicle parts? If I say none, and then assign a contract, food packs. Okay, so you're not going to take food packs, you're going to do food packs for oil. Although you say less oil there. Okay, so let's build that and that. So that gets some of the food packs out. We'll do food packs for oil. We'll have to keep an eye on how that goes. In terms of the rest of this, steel's definitely going down. Mechanical parts are just about going up. Steel is going down, and we do need steel. So we are going to have to build this final steel manufactorium. Yeah, that's cool. We'll go with that. So we're going to need you, and we're going to need you. We're going to, does steel have exhaust output? It does. We've just already deleted it. That's fine. Why don't you have any of you? Yeah, because you need to be going. That's right. So let's just build, let's just be careful here. Let's just build all of this. Then let's connect you to you, you to you. That's fine. You're a bit wiggly, but whatever. We then need to unpause you. We also need to build you and 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 you. You need to be upgraded immediately because you are no good for me. So that should be 200 all the way down. I'm going to immediately increase the speed of this as well. So you're going to feed these two here. I don't want you getting stuff from trucks. It's on a 60 belt, which is definitely not going to be good enough. So let's upgrade you. Upgrade you. You should be fine on a 60. Let's unity that. Okay. No thank you. So we've increased our steel production to basically as far as it will go. We can remove some of this. We could move this out of the way, get rid of the iron and shove this down a bit because iron is doing fine and we're probably not going to increase our iron requirements much at any point. This is definitely going up. Steel is definitely going down. Are you connected to a steel output? Are you? Yes. Yes, you are. Are you connected to a big enough steel output? You output 24 steel. That is a 60 belt. That is fine. So yes, you will be working. As soon as you have enough of this come down, you are getting stuff coming down there. Probably not fast enough because of that belt there being a Mark 1. Okay, so we still need an extra 100 vehicle parts. We have none coming up at the moment. We have a low supply of crude steel there, crude oil there. That's fine. That's because of that. We have requested trucks bring food packs down. Can trucks reach the food packs? No. No is the answer to that, which is why that is not happening, which is absolutely fine. It is going to put us in a problem very, very soon. Let's get ourselves a container here. I should have thought about that beforehand. Let's get a Mark II belt feeding into that. Upgrade that, upgrade that. Go, 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 go. You will sort out the product you're going to be when that has been finished. Okay, so trucks do not need to export or import to that. They do need to do it from there, and they need to do that like immediately, which they are already working on. Excellent. Okay. So that should be solved. Oil should be coming down soon. Hashtag soon. Vehicle parts are looking okay. Everything is pretty much full on the belts except for these. How much do we use of those? 16. So maybe that one needs to be upgraded. I don't think it does, but let's just do it just to make sure. The rest of that's all looking fine. Mechanical parts are fine. Steel is a problem, but we'll hopefully start ticking up when these start running. These should be running any minute now. They are still not getting in stuff here fast enough, are they? Ah. Hello, you. I was just thinking to myself, and that gives me the impression that there's a little bit of belt we've missed somewhere. Okay, so with that done, we should start seeing stuff come down faster. We should start seeing these actually making stuff. You're making stuff. You're making stuff. You are not exhausting to anywhere, though, which is going to be a problem. So let's pop you into there. Can't do that. Let's pop you into... Fine, whatever. There, and you should be able to connect into there. Excellent. Let's unity that. Let's unity that. You can then output to these. These have got water. They have got molten steel. This one does not have water because we never built that bit. So that one should now have water. And you should then be able to output the steel you are making onto that to add to that box. I'd like to see that happen. There we go. Okay, so we'll see if that solves our steel problem. If it doesn't, well, that's a different problem entirely. That has obviously increased the demand on our iron ore. Is that just going to be going down constantly now? Because we already have one belt going down. That's supposed to be 2 belts. That Might just because that bit was never made. But that bit should be... Hello! Are you... Oh, that's an input. What's... Oh, I see what's happened there. I see what's happening here. So we need loose, we need a U-shaped lift, we need that to disappear sooner rather than later. Did I not just Unity it? I feel like I just Unitied it. I really feel like I just Unitied that. Obviously I didn't. There we go. Okay, and then we can go like this. We can rotate that. That's going to go there. 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop, pop. Unity that. Speed everything up. There we go. Right, so now we're going to have 2 belts of iron coming in, which even though I've made that belt 500 years ago, we never actually did. Sweet. You're bringing in food packs. Food packs are being loaded. We do need quite a lot. We need the full 750 loaded, so we'll just have to see how that goes. It'll almost certainly start complaining about low food packs in a minute, although do I have an alert on that? Nope. Let's put an alert on that if you are less than 75%, which is going to be, I suspect, very, very soon. Low supply of iron ore. You don't, it's just outputting faster than it can input, I suspect. Let's upgrade that. And let's upgrade that. And yeah, fine, let's upgrade those 2 as well. Nope, don't pause. That's fine. Oh, what on earth happened there? And then let's upgrade you. Happened again. Right, there we go. So that should now be filling up, hopefully faster than it's emptying. Excellent, that just depends on us having enough servers. In terms of servers, we've got loads. Okay, in terms of vehicle parts, we've got a fair few. We've got 100 odd in there. Let's come over here. Let's have a look at this. Almost got enough. Excellent. Well, they've just put more in. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop because it's an hour and 27. I've been going. Let's stop that there. First thing we do next time is we watch this delicious little train. This delicious little train come out of here. And it's going to be the most exciting thing that you've ever seen in your life. Choo choo, baby. Choo choo. Right. I hope you are continuing to enjoy Captain of Industry. If you are, we haven't done this bit. That's a problem. If you are, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, all those amazing things. I will see you next time in Captain of Industry, where we will build our first train. We will sort out the import and export boxes over here and where that's all going to go. We will start building our main station drop off for all of our ores over here as well. Oh my word, it is so exciting. I will see you next time, and as always, thank you so very, very much for joining me.